Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Wednesday. The weekend is right in front of us. It is in the windshield, so to speak. It is fast approaching the weekend, and it is a busy weekend of sports, maybe snow shoveling because we have snow in the region, the Ohio Valley. And so it's one of those, another snowy day. A lot of schools off today as it seems like it's extended vacation from the holidays, as the first 3 days of the week, a number of schools in the Ohio Valley have been closed due to the inclement weather. Makes sense. Want to keep everybody safe. And you know what? You know what makes sense? A lot of sense if you're looking to recycle anything, especially paper products. It's Valley Converting. It's in the gem city of Toronto, Ohio. Mike Biasi and the crew will take care of you. If you want to recycle paper products, they can do it, and they can give anything that you have, a paper product, and turn it into something new. Give it a new life, help the environment. It's Valley Converting.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Again, it's Valley Converting in Toronto, Ohio. Give them a call. They'll take care of you. And give us a comment. Whatever you want to talk about today is fair game anytime. We have the 9-Minute Phillip. If you have a topic of conversation you want to talk about, we'll talk about it. And, one of the things a lot of people are going to be paying attention to this weekend, which really begins tomorrow on Thursday. Again, I think I mentioned, not really thrilled with the Thursday kickoff for the semifinal in college football. Notre Dame, Penn State, and that'll be played in Miami at the Orange Bowl. And then on Friday, I believe it is Texas and Ohio State. And that is Friday night, and that is the Cotton Bowl down in Dallas. So Friday don't really have a problem with, but Thursday, if you have to get up for work the next day, college football games take forever. It's allegedly a 7:30 kickoff, but anyways, regardless of whether or not you have to get up the next day to watch the game, it should be a good game. Notre Dame and Penn State should be a defensive struggle. Penn State and Notre Dame really heavily relies on the run game. And they do a good job of that at Notre Dame. And at Penn State, more of a balanced offense. So both defenses come to play. One of those two will be playing for the national title. And year 3 at Notre Dame for Marcus Freeman. And year 3 at Notre Dame, that's when a lot of national championships are won by coaches that have been there. Lou Holtz is one. Year 3, Dan Devine, after he replaced Eric Parsegian, both of them won championships in year 3. So just to name a few of the Notre Dame coaching legends, and Marcus Freeman so far on a fast track to becoming a coaching legend at Notre Dame. Franklin at Penn State, he was taking some shots from the Penn State faithful, not happy with him as the regular season rolled along, but they're in the playoff, and they are now in the semifinal. They have 2 playoff wins. And now he has an opportunity to extend that run and get to the national championship game. What do you think is going to happen in that game? First game of the playoff. Also today, big day. We have some national days, but I don't know if we have any Elvis fans out there. We have any Elvis fans out there? This is a big day. Elvis Presley, born in 1935. In 1935, Elvis Presley. And he died, of course, in 1977. But the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, born in 1935 on this day. So there you go. So if you want to celebrate Elvis's birth and his life, throw on an Elvis record, maybe an Elvis movie, and you'll be able to celebrate on this January 8th, 2024, for a man that even today they still make movies about him. All the time. So he's one of those figures that people are going to hear about for years and years and years and years. But Elvis Presley, born on this day. Also born on this day, one of the great game show hosts of all time, Bob Eubanks, hosted the Newlywed Game, which was a fun game, and he had a great time hosting that. Some great bloopers out of that show. If you want to, dig into that, just go to YouTube and look it up. Bloopers, Newlywed Game bloopers with Bob Eubanks. You'll see a bunch of them. So those are a couple of births on this day, and Bob Eubanks still with us. He was born on this day. Would have been good if I wrote down what day he was born or what year he was born, but I, didn't do that. So let me look that up because Bob Eubanks deserves that recognition as to when he was born. Let's see here. We can go to that. Oh, here we go. Got to go back one. All right, here we go. Birthdays. Where is he? Bob Eubanks. Where are you? Eubanks born 3 years after Elvis, 1938. So Bob Eubanks born in 1938. So we have a couple of birthdays there for you, and we have some history. George Washington on this date in 1870. No, that's not right. That's not right either. That's not right. That's the wrong date. That should be a 7. Let's take a look at that. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Memorable events. Okay. 17. Yes, I got my 9 and my 7 backwards. 1790, George Washington delivers the first State of the Union address in New York City. First State of the Union address in New York City, 1790 from George Washington. And in 1902, Ron, I don't know if you know this, 1902, the first national bowling championship was held in the city of Chicago. So there's a couple of big dates for you. Let's see, Ron's got a question. What do we have here? What game show would you like to be a contestant on? Well, the current ones, I really like Jeopardy. I don't think I would do as well as I do in my living room, but I do like Jeopardy quite a bit. I like to watch that. Now, Ron, I don't know if you would agree with this one. Now, the Deal or No Deal that's on now, or Deal or No Deal Island that they have, and I've never seen it. If they had Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel still, would love to get on that show. And then the thing is, you're just fighting your own greed because it seemed like, people, they'd have a great deal. Oh, I can take home $500,000. There's 3 cases left. I have 1 chance at making more money than the $500,000, 2 chances of making less. Let's go for it. It's $500,000. I get you want to, win the million or whatever, but why not do that? So that wouldn't be a bad game show to be on. But Jeopardy, I do okay with that when I'm playing at home. It's probably a lot tougher in person. What game show would you want to be on, Ron? Craig, joining us. Good morning. Good morning indeed. Good morning. Absolutely. It is a Wednesday. We're closing in on the weekend. And here's another question for you guys. Today is National Career Coach Day. So mentor, mentor in what you're doing, trying to move on. Winter Skin Relief Day. So, put the lotion on, get ready to go. National English Toffee Day. Always a nice little treat if you like toffee. But here's the big day. I want to know when last time you took a bubble bath. Because today is National Bubble Bath Day. Now, I know my daughter's taken one pretty recently because she gets those. It seems like a lot of people get the gifts of those. What do they call them? Bath bombs. It's like almost like like fizzes and makes a bubble bath. I can't remember the last time I took a bubble bath, but I gotta admit, memories on bubble baths are good ones. I like bubble baths. When you're a kid, is there anything better? Get the bubble bath. Maybe you got some boats in the tub with you. Maybe a rubby ducky, the whole thing, and you can have a whole armada of ships and boats and projects to get into. Let's see. Many people can't afford to take prizes home due to taxes. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing when they started on the whole game show stuff that you actually have to pay the taxes on the prizes. But you know what? I would imagine they have to know that coming in. Like you would think they would make everybody aware that's going to be a contestant, and you would think the show would figure out a way to help people out. Like, okay, you came on our show. This was a contestant that was all over the place, super excited, great entertainment. They win a big prize, but then you're not going to give them what the prize because they can't pay the taxes, but they just gave you ratings for your show. So if that's the case, I would hope that some of the shows would figure out how they're going to help people out so they can take care of the taxes and they can get their prize. Now, I have heard people that win the prizes or cars and stuff like that, they turn around and they sell them back. Or they sell them to a dealership. It's like, I don't want that. I have a car, but I'll take the $30,000 that the car is worth. We can do that. Price is Right. That's a good one. I love Bob Barker's Price is Right. Loves Bob Barker. And everyone's still doing a good job with it. Bob Barker was Bob Barker, and he did a great job. But the Price is Right a good one. What's your favorite game on the Price is Right? Is the Showcase Showdown? That's more the finale of the show. But is it Plinko? Is it what is it? What do they call it? A hole in one or two, where you have to guess the prices of the products. If you match the prices, it depends on that moves the ball back on your putt a certain distance, and then if you miss, you can get the one or two. That was always a good one. What are some of the other? What are some of the other? Oh, the kind of like the concentration board where you're matching the numbers. That's not a bad one. I guess if you're on there, anyone's a good one. I always just like Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal. And it was at the end of the show. I like the end of the show best because it was kind of like, okay, does this lady have a nail file in her purse? If you have a nail file in your purse and you can show it to me, I'll give you $500. And people are losing their mind looking for the nail file. Or do you have a comb in your pocket? And some guy's looking for a comb. So a number of great shows. Price is Right is a really good one. Don't remember Bubble Bath. Did have to use same bath water with siblings. Best to be the first in the bath water. Absolutely. Because you get that hot water too. So you want the hot water. And I just remember I remember my brother and I, we figured out about dish soap, and you can make a bubble bath out of that. Not really sure if we should have been, in the tub with dish soap, but we were gonna make it whatever we could. And I always remember the commercial, Calgon, take me away. We just wanted the bubbles. We just wanted the bubbles. We may have overflowed the tub of bubbles a couple times. All right. Pay the rent, 100,000. Yeah. What's pay the rent? Is that I'm thinking of the pyramid. I'm thinking $100,000 pyramid. Is that what we're talking about? Or is that a game on Price is Right? I'm not sure. But I when I see the 100,000, I think of the $100,000 pyramid, which is always been a pretty good game. You know what game I'm really surprised that is done pretty well? 25 words or less. It's on right after our midday show on WTOV9. And I thought when that started, oh, this show's not going to last long. But it has. And here's the deal with game shows. They're not super expensive to make. So people can do the game show for not that much money, and they get a great return on it. So that's one of those shows that you just figure out how we're going to make some money. Oh, I forgot about this one, Family Feud. And that's a great show. I remember that as a kid, and then now with Steve Harvey, he's great as a host. They have the celebrity on Price is Right. Okay, I don't know that one. Pay the rent, 100,000. I don't know that. I don't know that game. I don't watch a whole lot of Price is Right anymore because I'm working that time. But I'm gonna have to look for that one, see if I can find it. Hans, how you doing? Happy New Year. Like Price is Right. All right. Well, I think you have to pay taxes on what you. Yeah. Like I was saying though, they have to. If I would hate it if people are losing out on what they win, because again, if you're on and you're a great guest and you get excited and people laugh at you and all that stuff and they enjoy watching you, they're getting what they need out of it. So you come on, you win. You win a new car for $40,000. You don't have the money to pay. That would be disappointing. I guess you take the car, sell the car, take the money, pay off the tax part of it, and then you keep the rest of the money. But yeah, that would be disappointing. But Family Feud, I like fast money. Fast money on Family Feud. Always a fun game to do that. And let's see. Okay. Will they be naming a new co-host for Sunrise? Oh, come on, Ron. You don't want me flying solo that much? Just kidding. They are always working on that. But the holidays, you get through the holidays and they're working on that. But, so I'm sure sometime soon, but I have no timetable to report. But I greatly appreciate everyone watching. And again, it was a great time being a co-host with Addison and then Jessica before that. So I will miss having Addison there in the morning, but we're looking forward to new beginnings. So hopefully they will get to that sometime soon, but we don't have a timeline just yet. So I don't want to speak out of school. I don't want to get in trouble. But as far as I know right now, no timeline has been set for that. All right. Judy says Wheel of Fortune. Good show. What do you think? All right, Judy, I'm going to put it right on you on the question here. They had Pat Sajak was there for, 40 years, 41 years with Vanna White. Now you have Ryan Seacrest. How do you like Ryan Seacrest compared to Sajak? I mean, Sajak's a classic. I've watched a few shows with Ryan Seacrest, and he does a nice job. Seems like everything's good. And producer extraordinaire Jordan has just walked into the building, and she is. Well, let's put the microphone up. We've got a question for Jordan. We're gonna get her in on this. All right, Jordan. Ron brought up a good topic.
Okay.
Wanted to know your favorite game show.
Oh,
favorite game show.
I actually know this one.
Okay.
I think I don't know if it's called this, but does anyone remember Whammy?
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
Okay. All right. So you're watching repeats of the Whammy, or at the time they might have been live.
I haven't watched it in a while, but that was always my favorite. We would watch Game Show Network, and that I would always like wait for that one to come on. The Whammy, it definitely was repeats back then too.
Okay. All right. Oh, you know whose birthday it is today?
Whose birthday?
No, he's not with us anymore, but Elvis.
Oh.
King of Rock and Roll. 1935 to 1977. Now, the way we got on the game show, Bob Eubanks, who I'm sure you've seen on the Newlywed Game if you watch the game show.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was his birthday in 1938. He is still with us.
Oh.
That's how we got onto this, everything. Let's see, Hans, I'm at Mark's. They've got green chicken over biscuit. That sounds good. Lunch is coming up. That sounds pretty good. All right, Hans. Ron, checking in. You need more time? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I enjoy my time with Jeff in the morning and everybody else. And, so hopefully we'll just keep trucking along. But again, no timetable on when somebody's going to be named the new host or anything to be on the Sunrise Show. So we'll wait. And as soon as we know something, I will let you guys know. I promise. Judy likes Ryan. All right. It was Judy's question. She mentioned the Wheel of Fortune. So I asked her if she liked Ryan replacing Sajak. So a fresh face. Hans says, "Hey, Jordan." Yeah, let's see. Big bucks, no
big
whammies.
Bucks, no whammies, no whammies. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I remember that show. No whammy.
That was fun. And then
you would hit the button and go, no whammies, no whammies. No
yeah.
whammies,
And then if you get the whammy, it would be like, you get the stuff like they would like, like it would be bad and like stuff would like fall on you.
Okay.
Like,
all right. Yeah. No whammies. Yeah. I remember that game. That's a good one. I was mentioning I like Jeopardy. That's but I did say I don't think I do as well at home as in the studio as I would at home.
Yeah,
because it's got to be a different pressure and all that stuff. And you got people that are really smart. Yeah, me, I'm just mucking it up at home trying to get the questions right. But I do like this show, and then I like Fast Money on Family Feud.
Yeah.
I did happen to see. I caught a repeat of Richard Dawson when he was a host back in the day. And everyone used to talk about it. Like at the time, it didn't seem like, I was a kid and it just was on every show. Every show he was on as a host, he would kiss every female contestant.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one. And at the time when, you're 10 years old or whatever I was watching the show, I was kind of like, I guess that's normal. I didn't even really give it a thought. It was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But then I watched it recently. I saw a repeat and I was like, that is insane.
Uh-huh.
With today's standards, it's like that is crazy. But at the time, it was just Richard Dawson doing his thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody loved him. But watching that back, I was like, wow, that is a little bit out there. All right, Tattletales with Bert Convy. Remember Bert Convy? I don't remember I do remember that was one I didn't see very much of. Bert Convy was always a good host. He
it was good too. Match Game.
Oh, Match Game was good. Yeah. Match Game was good. Oh, I forgot it. Paul Lynde in the center square on Hollywood Squares with Peter Marshall. Yes. Paul Lynde, very funny in the center square. Hollywood Squares, that was I want to say, on NBC when I was a kid. That was I think that was the Wheel of Fortune to Jeopardy. But Jeopardy wasn't, it was kind of, but yeah, I remember Hollywood Squares was big. That was a big show. It's a big show. Ron's favorite Price is Right.
That's a good one.
It's a good call. All right. Well, you know what, everybody? Talking game shows is fun. It's like, it's good times. And we talked bubble baths. Today's National Bubble Bath.
Oh, that's
Day.
right. Yeah.
So we mentioned that. I mentioned my brother and I may have overflooded the tub with bubbles because we decided that it would be good to use dish soap bubbles and not like.
Ew.
No, don't make a face, Jordan.
Dish soap.
We're kids. We just wanted the bubbles. We didn't care what we got bubbles. Then my mom walked in, and I think she might have said, "What in the world are you two doing?" And we're like, "We got a bubble bath."
Yep.
And so that, and this is a crew. My brother and I. This is a crew that not only use dish soap for bubbles, but we watch the commercial for Pledge cleaning, like dusting stuff.
Yeah.
The Pledge spray.
Yeah.
So on one of the commercials, they had Pledge, and one of the kids on the commercial. Don't worry about anything. This will be fine. Pledge will take care of it. The kid had made a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. So they put it together, and so we watched the commercial, and we had peanut butter. We had some mayonnaise. We had a couple pieces of bread. So we decided to try it. Wasn't awful. Not going to stand here and say it was awful, but those are like a 12-year-old taste bud thing. So, but yeah, it was like, so, we did that. So if we did dish soap in the bathtub,
yeah,
it's pretty self-explanatory.
Kids.
Tell you what, they're out of control. Out of control. As Coach Swizz always says, out of control. So, all right, everybody, we are ready for the weekend. Hopefully you're ready for the weekend. I know it's only Wednesday, but it arrives tomorrow. Penn State, Notre Dame, Jordan, who you got? You have until tomorrow morning to make a final decision. So if you want to hold that thought, you can. She's holding that thought. All right.
Can I say two things?
You can say whatever you want.
As a Penn State fan, Penn State, as a person, objectively, as best as I can, Notre Dame.
Okay. Well, there you go. So Jordan, her heart's going to be rooting for Penn State, but her head says, nope, Notre Dame's going to get it done. And then we've got Texas and Ohio State coming up on Friday. Ohio State looks like the best of the bunch right now. So, but we'll find out. That's why they play the game. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody, we're going to say so long for now. Can't thank you enough for joining us. Talk a little game show, your favorite game show. Like I said, anytime you stop in, you want to talk about anything, just bring the topic. We'll talk about it. And we always want to remind you of this. 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Have a great day, everybody. We will talk to you tomorrow at 10.